When there is no change in the velocity, it means that the acceleration is zero. For that must be balanced. This means that the airplane wings must be equal to airplane weight. And the thrust force generated by the airplane engine must be equal to the drag force. Okay? So the force, which is the thrust force generated by the airplane engine, must be equal to the drag force caused by the air resistance. Okay, dragging force is some kind of force will drag the body, and this drag force is caused by the air resistance, and the thrust force is produced by the airplane engine. So we can see that the thrust force must be equal to the drag force. An airplane undergoing taking off or landing experiences similar forces acting on it. Okay. So an aeroplane while landing or taking off experience similar kind of forces like the thrust force and the drag force. And the drag force is caused by the air resistance and the thrust force is generated by the airplane. So the thrust force generated by airplane must be equal to the drag force by air resistance. So the air force while taking off, so airplane while taking off or landing experience similar forces acting on it. You can see the picture over here of the plane. You can see it's moving with uniform velocity, having zero acceleration, and the thrust force and the drag force they are both experiencing. The plane is experiencing. A drag force F is parallel to the velocity v. Typical forces acting on the airplane during takeoff, note that the left force is defined as the perpendicular to velocity of the plane. So the left force is perpendicular to the velocity of the plane and the drag force is parallel to the velocity. If the plane is moving at the constant velocity with respect to ground, then all the forces acting on the plane must be zero. This means that the vertical sum of all the forces must be equal to zero. If the plane is experiencing acceleration, no one can account for this in force equation. Okay, if the plane is experiencing acceleration, it means no one can account this in the force equation. The theory states that the wind keeps an airplane up by pushing the air down.